Welcome once again to the class and welcome once again to the channel. And today we will discuss that recently the government of India has taken a decision to remove some parts of the Mughals and some parts of almost entire medieval history has been cut to about 30%. Okay, means 70% of medieval history has been cut down, and some parts related to assassination of Mahatma Gandhi have been cut down from the NCERTs. So we will learn that why the government basically changed the history books. Okay, we are going to learn about that. So first of all, you are going to be a civil servant. Okay, so I am going to tell you that what things you should say in the interview. If this thing is asked to you in the interview, that what do you think about the recent change in syllabus of history and political science done by the government of India? So the government of India has basically recently changed the syllabus of history and political science. Okay, so government of India has done so. So what are your views about it? Do you think it was necessary or do you think it was unnecessary? So a question of this kind might be asked to you in the interview. So as a civil servant, what you should say? Okay, I will tell you the truth also. Regarding the same. But for the time being, just consider that I am telling you the government viewpoint. So the viewpoint of the government means the government what it told in the official sense. Okay, government's official statement. Okay, government's official statement is that, okay, government says that there was too much focus on Mughals. Okay, too much focus on Mughals. There was too much focus on Mughals, and other kings and queens were neglected. Okay, what the government is saying, I am telling you, there was too much focus on Mughals and other kings and queens were neglected. Okay, that's why we have brought about the change in syllabus. Okay, so what viewpoint you should keep? So the same viewpoint which the government has, that the syllabus was too much Mughal oriented. Okay, so we have, that's why changed the syllabus. So you have to keep the same viewpoint and you have to answer in the same manner in the interview. If something is asked to you in the interview, if in the interview suppose something is asked to you regarding the change in syllabus of NCERTs and history NCERTs and political science NCERTs especially, although in other NCERTs also some changes might have been there, but I don't know about them. I know only the controversial part of it. Okay, so the controversial part was removing the Muslim related stuff. Okay, so I will discuss that also, that why the government has removed all those stuff. Okay, I will discuss that also. But as a civil servant, when asked in the interview, you must answer that there was too much focus on the Mughals. Okay, but there was very less focus on the ancient history. Okay, so that's why those kings and queens which were largely neglected. Okay, those which were not glorified, those kings and queens, for example the Guptas, those were not glorified and only Mughals were being glorified. So that's why Mughals syllabus has been a little bit cut down short, but it is not equivalent to removing Mughals. Okay, you must say that it is not equivalent to removing Mughals. Only those things which seem to be exaggeration. Okay, only those things which seem to be an exaggeration or over glorification of Mughals, those things have been removed. Okay, those things which seem to be an over glorification of Mughals or over glorification of Mughals and unnecessary. Okay, and those things which were directly copied down from the court eulogist. Okay, eulogists of the court. Okay, means the court historian, whatever he wrote, those things, those which were exactly taken down as it is in the NCERTs. Okay, without even giving a thought. Those things have been removed, and those kings and queens which were largely neglected till now, especially those kings and queens which belong to the ancient period, those which were largely neglected till now, they will be now getting a level playing field. Okay, they will now be taught to the students. Okay, this is the thing, and this is the government viewpoint, official statement. Okay, official statement of the government. Okay, and this is the thing which you have to say in the interview also. Okay, now comes the truth part. Now comes the truth. What is the truth behind it? Okay, what is the truth behind it? Now I will tell you this also. Okay, now let's understand the truth, that why your history syllabus and all those things have been changed basically. Okay, let us understand that, the truth behind it. Okay, the truth behind it. Now let me tell you one thing. First of all, the government's viewpoint. Okay, the government, whatever it is saying, government's viewpoint, whatever it might be. Okay, so the government will never say, the government will never accept that we are communal. Okay, government will never say, government officials will never say that the government is communal, that's why they are removing Mughals. Okay, they hate Muslims, that's why they are removing Mughals. Such things government officials can never say. So the government officials will distribute poison. Okay, the government officials will distribute poison in the form of Kaju Katli. Okay, the government officials will distribute poison to the society in the form of Kaju Katli. They will say that there is nothing such as removing Mughals and all those blah blah stuff, which I already told to you. Okay, so they will say all those stuff. So they will actually distribute poisonous Kaju Katli. Okay, you will, while eating, you will feel that the Kaju Katli is very sweet, but after you eat it, you will have dysentery. Okay, so such poisonous Kaju Katlis, Jamal Gota Kaju Katlis. Okay, those things are going to be distributed by the government now. Okay, so the government will never say that the official of the government will never come on record and say that this particular government is communal, that's why we are removing Mughals. No, they will not say so. Okay, now I am telling you the reason why Mughals were removed from your syllabus. Okay, reason number one. Okay, this particular government considers, this particular government works on the principle of Hindutva. Okay, this particular government works on the principle of Hindutva. Now, the Hindutva of Savarkar, okay, the Hindutva or Savarkar or Godse, the Hindutva which Savarkar and Godse told to the public, okay, which was not much accepted in the 1947, okay. In the 1947, when India was partitioned, the Hindutva forces like Savarkar, Godse, Golwalkar, etc., these people, okay, their ideology was not much accepted at that time, because at that time Jinnah's ideology was being propounded. Okay, so there was communalism from the Muslim side at that time. Okay, now the communalism has started from Hindu side also. Okay, so with the partition of the country, the Muslim side communal people went to Pakistan, so they left India basically. Now those who remained in India, there was no such segregation for Hindus. So India had both type of Hindus, secular Hindus also and communal Hindus also. On the other hand, the communal Muslims went to Pakistan. So there was a filtration of Muslims, but there was no filtration within Hindus. Okay, so there were both type of Hindus, secular as well as communal, both living in India. Okay, so after 2014, the government started developing a feeling of that you are a Hindu, you should be proud to be a Hindu. That is the Hindu sentiments. Okay, the communal Hindu sentiments, this government started growing in the society, communal Hindu sentiments. Okay, and according to the Hindutva of Savarkar and Godse, Muslims and Christians are second grade citizens, Hindus are first grade citizens. Okay, Hindus, Sikhs, Jains and Buddhists. Okay, Hindus, Sikhs, Jains and Buddhists, they are first grade citizen, and Muslims and Christians are second grade citizen according to Savarkar and Godse. Okay, got it? This is the point number one. Second point, So that's why Mughals have been removed from your history, okay? Because they consider that no one should learn about the Muslim culture at all. No one should look at the Muslim culture. No one should learn about Muslim culture. Okay, actually this particular government, that is the Modi government, okay? Modi government tried to change history many times, okay? Modi government, what did it do? Now let me tell you that these organizations such as RSS, BJP, etc., okay? At the time of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the BJP was very different, but now BJP is just an extension of RSS, VHP, etc. Okay. At the time of Atal Bihari ji also, many communal people were there in the party BJP. But because the head of the party, that is Atal ji, was not communal, that's why BJP did not behave in a communal manner in NDA-1. Okay, when Atal Bihari ji was the Prime Minister of the country before 2004, okay, before 2004, when Atal Bihari, from 1999 to 2004, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji was the Prime Minister of India, at that time BJP was a little different, and RSS, VHP, Bajrang Dal, etc. were different, okay. Because BJP behaved differently? BJP behaved differently because Atal ji was the leader of BJP. Okay, and Atal Bihari was not a communal person. Okay, not communal. He was a little bit Hindutva oriented, but not very Hindu extremist. Okay, means he was like in Congress. I had discussed Rajendra Prasad, right? In Congress, Rajendra Prasad was a little bit right winger, right? I had told you that Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India, I think he is the first president of India. Okay, yes, he is the first president of India. So he was from the Congress party, and he was a little bit right winger. I had told you, I had discussed in a video. Okay, similarly Atal Bihari was also a little bit right wing oriented, means he was a little bit Hindutva oriented, but still he believed in secularism. Okay, he worked on secularism very much still. Okay, despite being from the RSS BJP background. Okay, so that's the thing. That's why the government from 1999 to 2004, Atal Bihari government, that was under the BJP, that government, if you look at the statistics, okay, from 1999 to 2004, if you look at the statistics of the government and the working of the BJP government from 1999 to 2004, if you look at the working of the government, then some of the statistics will tell you that this particular government was even better than UPA. Okay, the performance of this BJP from 1999 to 2004, if you look at the performance, it was even the performance of this particular Atal Bihari government was even better than the UPA government which followed from 2004 to 2014. The UPA government, as compared to UPA government, Atal Bihari government gave more jobs. Okay, so the in the history of India, maximum job creation was done by Atal Bihari government. Okay, maximum job creation. Okay, so that's the thing. Now why I am discussing all these things? Because if you look at the Modi's BJP today, Narendra Modi's BJP, okay, which is existing today, it is ruling from 2014. Okay, so there is no difference, because BJP was like that only before also. During Atal Bihari time also BJP was communal. BJP was always a communal party, but because of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, BJP was not behaving in a communal manner. Okay, so the communalism of BJP was under control. Okay, let me write over here. Okay, communalism of BJP was under control. Communalism of BJP was under control because of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Okay, because Atal Bihari Vajpayee was not a very communal person. Okay, so communalism of BJP was under control because of Atal Bihari Vajpayee at that time. Okay, now I am telling you why the Modi government removed Mughals from its syllabus. Okay, now if you understand the politics in India after 2014, okay, hate speeches are a commonplace. Okay, hate speeches are the mainstream. Hate speech is mainstream. Okay, hate is the mainstream nowadays. Once upon a time, before 2014, the mainstream, what did the mainstream media and mainstream news channels and mainstream education system, social fabric, what was the social fabric before 2014? Before 2014, the mainstream media and the social fabric was Hindu Muslim bhai bhai. Okay, Hindu Muslim unity, that the Hindus and Muslims are like brothers, or sisters, or sisters. Okay, so like that. So Hindu Muslims are a part of a social fabric, and India stands for unity in diversity. India stands for unity in diversity was the concept before 2014. Okay, but after 2014, hate speech became the mainstream. Even the media became a box of hatred, idiot box of hatred, spreading hatred, spreading riots. Okay, so your mainstream media became a became a messenger of hatred, and it started spreading riots in the country. So mainstream media changed after 2014. This is the first thing. So hate speech is the mainstream nowadays. Now, which parties give hate speech the most? Okay, the most hate speeches have been given. Most number of hate speeches have been given by BJP. Okay, around 97% of the hate speeches have been given by BJP, followed by AIADMK, that is Oasis party. Okay, AIADMK. Okay, the hate speeches given by AIADMK are 2%, 97% BJP, AIADMK 2%, and number 3 others. Okay, others 1%. Okay, so others have given hate speeches very rarely, like Azam Khan had given hate speech. Okay, exactly, it was not exactly hate speech also, but a little bit bad speech. Okay, I won't call it the speech given by Azam Khan for which he has been punished. Okay, I will not call it a perfect hate speech. I will rather call it a indecent speech. Okay, the speech which was given by Azam Khan, that was basically indecent speech. Okay, indecent speech. But if it was not a hate speech, still the court convicted him. Okay, so that is a different issue. But hate speeches given by BJP are the maximum. Now, according to BJP, Muslims and Christians are a second grade citizen because the BJP government is not working on Atal Bihari model. Okay, Atal Bihari model was Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. Okay, take everyone together and walk with everyone together. Okay, take everyone under your what we can say under your faith. Okay, so that was the principle of Atal Bihari ji. But after 2014, Muslims and Christians have been considered as second grade citizens. Okay, but Muslims and Christians, according to Savarkar, are a second grade citizen. Okay, and the BJP after 2014 is working on this principle. But you will ask me that why Christians are not abused by BJP. Okay, why Christians are not being abused by BJP? So the reason is there are 2 Christian states in India. Okay, one is Goa and another is Nagaland, if I am not wrong. Okay, one is Goa and another is Nagaland. Okay, Goa and Nagaland. There are 2 Christian dominated states in India. So BJP does not want to lose Goa and Nagaland. Okay, and in Kerala also a significant number of Christians are there. So Kerala, significant number of Christians. Goa, Christian dominated. Nagaland, Christian dominated. Okay, so that's why BJP cannot give hate speech against Christians. Otherwise it will lose elections in 3 states. So that's why they have left abusing Christians. Okay, although according to Savarkar, Christians are also a second grade citizen, but still BJP is accepting Christians. Okay, because it does not want to lose Goa, Nagaland and Kerala. So that is the reason why they are not abusing Christians. The second reason is the only Muslim dominated state. The only Muslim dominated state was Kashmir. Okay. Only Muslim dominated state was Kashmir. Okay. So what did BJP do? It will never win election in Kashmir. It knew. BJP knew that they will never win elections in Kashmir. So they basically boycotted election. It means they basically stopped elections in Kashmir by removing Article 370 and all those stuff. They basically stopped the elections in Kashmir. Okay, stopped elections of state level. Okay, and made it a union territory. Okay, so even if they abuse Muslim, no fear of losing any state. Okay, even if they give hate speeches against Muslims, still they will win the elections. Why? Because they have stopped elections in Kashmir. Okay, they have stopped elections, prohibited elections in Kashmir, and they have made it a union territory. So even if they gave hate speeches against Muslims, they will not lose any state. Okay, so they have become basically ruthless. Now they have become ruthless. Okay, now they have become ruthless. So that's why even though they consider Christian also as a second grade citizen, still they are basically controlling their language against Christians just because they don't want to lose Goa, Nagaland and Kerala. Okay, this is the thing. Now, point number 1. So first of all, Modi government tried to change the history. And Modi government wanted that the history must look communal. Okay, for example, the present history books. Okay, the present history books refer to Shivaji versus Aurangzeb. Okay, when you look at the present history books, present means past history books. Now they have also become a part of past only. Okay, so Shivaji versus Aurangzeb, the battle. Okay, the battles or the battles or the feeling of betrayal. Okay, feeling of betrayal or battle or there will be a little bit avishwas. Okay, avishwas means what we can say, whatever. Okay, means Shivaji and Aurangzeb, when you look at the present history books, they do not make it Hindu versus Muslim. Okay, they do not make it Hindu versus Muslim, and it was not Hindu versus Muslim. Okay, because Aurangzeb used to fight with the many regional Muslim rulers also. Okay, Aurangzeb, although, and one more thing is there, that instead of looking this as Marathas versus Mughals and Hindu versus Muslim, okay, which the BJP says, it is not like that. The thing is that Aurangzeb was a religious bigot. Okay, bigot means he was Kattar, Dharmand. Okay, he was a religious bigot. But Mughals are not religious bigot. Okay, if you look at all the Mughals, suppose, so amongst Mughals, if you look at the history, then around 30% Mughals, okay, around 30% Mughals were intolerant. Okay, and 70% Mughals were tolerant. Okay, so first, what did the BJP try to do? BJP tried to BJP tried to portray history in a manner that Mughals, all of the Mughals, that is 100% Mughals, all the Mughals were religiously bigot, religiously fanatic. Okay, so BJP tried to portray Mughals in that manner, and so it was trying to change the history. But the historians rejected this theory. Okay, historians rejected this theory of Hindu versus Muslim, which you see on the television daily. Okay, so historians rejected this theory of Hindu versus Muslim because the historians were they had learnt history from a very long time, and they had understood this very well, that there is unity in diversity, and only then India will go ahead. So historians knew this very well. Okay, and every culture which came from outside was assimilated in India, and it learned from India, and it gave also something to India. Okay, so there is no culture which is alien to India. Okay, that is the idea of historians. So the Modi government first of all tried to change the entire scene, entire history into Hindu versus Muslims, but they were unable to do so because historians rejected it. Okay, historians rejected the theory. So that's why the Modi government came up with a new policy. Okay, as the historians were not accepting Hindu versus Muslims everywhere. Okay, so that's why Modi government said that let us remove the Mughals itself. Let us remove the Mughals itself from the syllabus, so that whenever our MP gives a hate speech, okay, let us remove Mughals from the syllabus, so that whenever our minister gives hate speech to the public in audience, okay, so a normal voter, okay, a normal voter, if he has studied in the NCERT, if he had studied in the school life that all the Muslims were not intolerant, only 30% of Mughals, only 30% of Mughals were intolerant, rest of the Mughals were not intolerant, 70% Mughals were not intolerant, they were tolerant. Okay, so if the person who has studied history will learn this, okay, then he will not go into this hate speech. Okay, he will never fall in the trap of this hate speech. But the BJP wanted that our party's manifesto, our party's communal agenda will be failed because of this. Okay, because if the person has learnt about Mughals, then he will learn about Akbar also, the religiously tolerant policies of Akbar also. He will learn all those things. Okay, so he will not vote us. He will not believe in us. He will say that what kind of speech are you giving, yaar? Okay, I have already learnt in my school classes that Akbar was tolerant, and so why are you giving me a binary glass? Okay, why are you giving me a binary glass to watch the things in Hindu-Muslim manner? Okay, in a communal manner. So in order to fulfill the communal agenda of BJP, the communal agenda which BJP wants, okay, that in order to fulfill that agenda, they have removed Mughals from the history syllabus. Other things which they have removed from the history syllabus are RSS role in the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. They have deleted all those contents from the syllabus of NCERT itself. Okay, RSS role in the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi, and that RSS was a Hindu appeasement group. Okay, Hindu appeasement group. Okay, Muslim League. What was Muslim League? It was a Muslim appeasement group. Okay, so these things they removed from the NCERT itself, so that their vote bank does not get away. Okay, so that their vote bank is saved. Okay, vote bank is saved, so that their vote bank is saved, so that people become bigot. Okay, people become bigot. They view the world in a binary glasses. Binary glasses means in the terms of Hindus and Muslims, they will view always the Muslims as black, means a villain. Okay, so Muslim ruler will always be a villain, and a Hindu ruler will always be a दूध का धुला हुआ person. So the person must look at the world in such a manner. Okay, so a Hindu ruler will always be a pure hearted, and a Muslim ruler will always be a black hearted person. So in order to put the binary glasses on your eyes, in order to promote the bigotry, okay, in order to communalize the Hindus, okay, communalize the Hindus, in order to establish an majoritarian regime, okay, majoritarian regime. Okay, in order to, so that you will believe in the Godi media, okay, which is the Z News, Aaj Tak, News 18, etc. Okay, so that you every night at the 9 p.m. you look at the news, okay, on the TV, and you also become a religious bigot, okay, and you also start believing in the concept that there was a civilizational clash, okay, there was a civilizational clash between Hindus and Muslims always, okay. You must believe in all these things by looking at the 9 p.m. prime time on the TV, okay. So you must believe in all this rubbish stuff, okay. That's why they have removed Mughals from the syllabus. Because why they have not removed Delhi Sultanate from the syllabus, okay. They have not removed the Delhi Sultanate from the syllabus. Why? Because 90% of Delhi Sultans, okay, 90% of Delhi Sultans were religious fanatic, okay, intolerant, religiously intolerant. So 90% of Delhi Sultanate Muslim rulers were religiously intolerant. So this was suiting the agenda of BJP. Okay, agenda of BJP was suited. Agenda of BJP was fulfilled. So they did not remove Delhi Sultanate. But when it comes to Mughals, 70% of Mughals were tolerant. Okay, 70% of Mughals were tolerant. These are all approximations. So that's why this was not suiting the agenda of BJP, which shows Muslims to be a villain always and Hindus to be a good-hearted person always. Okay, like a binary, black and white binary. Okay, so that you also become communal. That's why they have removed the history from the syllabus. Okay, now the thing. Okay. Now the thing which is there is that now what you should do, okay, how to study now history for UPSC. For now, will there be any change in the pattern of questions which UPSC asks? Okay, pattern of questions, will there be any change in it? Okay, so the thing is that the pattern of questions will be changed from now on. I think from now on medieval history will have lower number of questions. Okay, medieval history will have lower number of questions now in the UPSC. Okay, so you must put more focus on ancient and modern now. Okay, so start focusing on ancient and modern now. Put less focus on medieval. Okay, because already the medieval history has been cut short by the government. Okay, a huge portion of medieval history has been removed from the syllabus. Okay, and if you did not believe in the fact that hate speeches are very common by BJP, then you can surely search the Google and look at the hate speeches. Okay, so that is the thing.